Hey, it's Ben Horsley. It's Wednesday, February 8th. Last evening was our February board meeting. It was a long one, so this is going to be a quick cast that hopefully is as quick as we can possibly make it. The intent of this video is to provide a summary of the activities and things that were voted on or addressed by the Board of Education at last evening's meeting. We generally have administrative reports at that 5 o'clock session. We had 4 actual reports. One was our land trust summary. Don Adams, our Assistant Superintendent over Facilities, and Justin Nagel, also who's the Director over Construction Services, presented a construction and capital update. We also received a report from BDK Management on a proposal to take over supervision of Cypress and Skyline projects, and that was actually voted on later on in the meeting. Rick Anthony, the Assistant Superintendent, Educator Support and Development, as well as Dr. Joan Bramble from that same division, also reported on a student assessment update. And that was our 5 o'clock session. Starting at 7 o'clock, we started with our general session. We obviously do the Pledge of Allegiance, and we have a reverence. This month, it was presented by Plymouth Elementary, which came in with several of their students from their production of The Little Mermaid and sang some songs for us. Extremely cute. Please check out the photos and the video on our social media channels or on our website at graniteschools.org. As a reminder, all the reports that were presented last night are available for public consumption on our website under that board report section. We also had several other recognitions for National School Counseling Week, and we had a short video that's also linked there on our social media channels and website. And we also recognized 8 National Board Certified Teachers or recertified teachers. Very grateful for their efforts to improve themselves and become master teachers, as it were. Generally in the springtime, we start to fill different positions. There was one outstanding position that required a board appointment last evening. Cindy Dunn, who's been serving as an interim director of school leadership and improvement, or basically one of our school supervisors, was formally appointed to that position after going through the hiring process. We congratulate her on this appointment. The board typically has several action items that it addresses in any given board meeting. We had several of those last evening. Justin Nagel, again, our Director over Construction Services, provided a Q&A session with the board with respect to the BDK proposal that was brought up in the administrative reports earlier that evening. The board had some questions, and obviously administration provided some answers. The board voted unanimously to accept that contract with BDK, and that will be forthcoming. Steve Hogan and myself, he's the Planning and Boundaries Director, presented the boundary studies for this upcoming session, this upcoming study year. That is a calendar year process, so for the next 10 months, there's 2 areas that we will be studying, and also one of those is to identify a potential reopening of Brockbank Junior High in the Magna area that was consolidated as part of the reconfiguration process when Cypress went to 9 to 12. So we're potentially looking, now that Cypress is being rebuilt, at reopening that junior high school. That will be part of that study process over the next year. 2 information items last evening. Dave Gomez and Rebecca Ibarra from our Educational Equity Department presented on their services their department provides, and we also received a comprehensive guidance plan report from Kay Polton Tim and Judy Peterson from College and Career Readiness. So then we go into our first readings. There was 2 of those last evening. One was on the 2024-2025 calendar options. The board voted in favor, 5 votes to 2 for option B, calendar B. If you recall, we presented the results of the survey that have been taking place in our community over the last month, and the board formalized that calendar. In addition to that, now we presented a fee schedule for the upcoming next school year, as well as a modification to the current school year's fee schedule. So that was adopted as well. That wraps up our quick cast for last evening's board meeting. You can always watch the full video on our social media channels and linked on our homepage, and as well as all the information on those reports. We'll see you next month.